Professor Etienne Ehouan Ehile, an Ivorian national and a renowned neurophysiologist, is the 10th Secretary General of the Association of African Universities AAU in the association's 52-year history. He is the second longest serving Secretary General of the association after Professor Levi Makani, a Congolese who served from 1977 to 1987. Incidentally, Professor Ehile was not new to the AAU when he became its Secretary General. He had been an active member of the association's board from 2005 till his appointment. Prior to taking office as the Secretary General of the AAU in August 2012, Professor Ehile had held numerous leadership and administrative positions. He served as the Director of Cabinet of the Ministry of Health and Public Hygiene in Côte d'Ivoire from March 2010 to July 2011. And for 2 terms of 4 years, each from 2001 to 2010, he was the president of the Université de Abobo Adjamé, now Université d'Angui Abrogua in La Côte d'Ivoire. Even as Secretary General, he continued publishing and has amassed to his credit over 50 scientific papers in various regional and international scientific journals. As Secretary General of the AAU, Professor Ehile has overseen the growth and development of the association during his 9-year service to the association. He has to his credit the stabilization of administrative leadership of the AAU, which had hit the association in the recent past through the frequent turnover of the Secretary General's terms of office, the restoration of donor confidence in the AAU through sound financial regulations and discipline in financial management, and the maintenance of development partners and donor agencies and the courtship of new ones. Professor Ehile can boast of meeting the infrastructural challenges that confronted his administration when he assumed office. He ensured that by the end of his first term and the beginning of the second, the long-awaited permanent secretariat of the association had been constructed and the AAU can have a place it can call a home. The building was solely funded by the government and the people of the Republic of Ghana and officially inaugurated on 6 January 2017 by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Professor Ehile also ensured that the pro bono largesse of the government of Ghana extended to the building of a permanent residence for the Secretaries Generals of the association. The AAU is grateful to Ghana for this benevolence which has not ceased since the AAU moved its headquarters to the country in 1971. Gratitude also goes to the University of Ghana for being a pioneering member of the association and ensuring that it housed the first AAU secretariat on its campus in 1971 and subsequently releasing land for the building of a permanent one and the Secretary General's residence on its land. Under Professor Ehile's administration, the AAU also added to its fleet of vehicles, having inherited 3 official vehicles, a standard Nissan Patrol 1996 model, a Mercedes-Benz saloon car C180 compressor, and a V8 Toyota Land Cruiser Standard. The additional vehicles funded through projects are a Nissan Patrol 2020 Standard, a Nissan Patrol 2019 Standard, a V8 Nissan Patrol 2015 model, and a 15-seater Nissan Urban Van 2021 model. Backed by a supportive governing board and dedicated secretarial staff, Professor Ehile decentralized and diversified the administration of the AAU to bring the impact and influence of the association closer to its constituents through the establishment of branches or regional offices. The Eastern Africa Regional Office was established in the Sudan March 2018 and hosted by the University of Khartoum, a pioneer member of the AAU. The East African Regional Office covers 11 countries and focuses on all higher education institutions in the East Africa Zone and, most importantly, those in fragile states. Following its success, the AAU established the North African Regional Office (NARO) in the Arab Republic of Egypt. It is also hosted by another pioneer member of AAU, the Al-Azhar University. The North African Regional Office is devoted to working with and for the higher education community in North Africa and the Middle East Arab regions. It is also strategically positioned to be the ideal nexus between Northern and Sub-Saharan Africa. Realizing the Republic of Nigeria pooled the highest proportion of AAU membership by country, the Ehile administration established an AAU desk office at the Secretariat of the National Universities Commission of Nigeria to coordinate AAU activities in Nigeria. Professor Ehile capitalized on the strong bond between the AAU and the African Union Commission, and through the personal commitment of Her Excellency Arikana Shihombo-Rikwao, the then permanent representative of the African Union to the United States of America, the AAU established its North American office, NAMO, in October 2019 as an important milestone for the visibility of AAU outside the continent. The successes of these branches of the AAU are well documented. Under Professor Ehile, the AAU amended its constitution to add Portuguese as a fourth medium of communication. The constitution was also amended to recognize virtual engagement of a board member where conditions did not allow for physical presence at meetings. This later proved helpful with the outbreak of COVID-19, during which time virtual engagement had been perfected and meetings were seamlessly held, including the 15th General Conference of the AAU. During his term of office, Professor Ehile championed the innovative partnership with eLearn Africa to design, develop, deliver, and deploy a learning management system for African universities and institutions. The objective of the platform was to support efforts of universities in Africa through the provision of free e-learning tools to make online education accessible and generate income for universities and schools. As Secretary General, Professor Ehile participated in several conferences, summits, and meetings, and also sat on several international boards on behalf of AAU. He superintended the organization of the following statutory conferences of the AAU: the 13th General Conference, which also embedded the 17th Conference of Rectors, Vice Chancellors, and Presidents of African Universities (COREVIP), held in Libreville, Gabon, in May 2013, under the theme Transforming African Higher Education for Graduate Employability and Socio-Economic Development. The 18th COREVIP, held in Kigali, Rwanda, in June 2015, under the theme Internationalization of Higher Education in Africa. The 14th General Conference, which also embedded the 19th COREVIP and AAU Golden Jubilee celebrations, held in Accra, Ghana, in June 2017, under the theme AAU at 50: Achievements, Challenges, and Prospects for Sustainable Development in Africa. The 20th COREVIP, held in Cairo, Egypt, in July 2019, under the theme The Role of Higher Education Institutions in Promoting Continental Education Strategy for Africa, CESA 2016 to 2025. The 15th General Conference and 21st COREVIP was held virtually in July 2021 under the theme The Future of African Higher Education. The first African Academic Diaspora Homecoming held virtually in September 2020 and the second held a year later in September 2021. Following the steps of his predecessors, namely Professor Akila Pasoya and Ghulam Mohammed Bai, he ran the famous Leadership Development LEDEV and Management Development MADEV workshop series, rotating the hosting rights across the regions of Africa. To properly situate AAU programs, Professor Ehile's administration facilitated the development of two successive strategic plans of the AAU, namely the 2016 to 2020 Strategic Plan and the 2020 to 2025 Strategic Plan. Instead of over-reliance on donor funding and AAU membership subscriptions as the main sources of finances for the association, Professor Ehile ensured the development of business-oriented mindset and fundraising activities at the Secretariat as a backbone support to cover numerous administrative expenses of the association. An expanded AAU visibility is one of the hallmarks of Professor Ehile's administration. The association's membership had grown from 300 in June 2013 to over 400 in June 2021. The development of a strong social media environment has improved AAU's visibility. The improvement of its ICT-oriented activities, the AAU website and blogs, improved emailing systems and establishment of desk officers in its member universities have helped AAU to reach a maximum number of members and stakeholders. In the last few years, the AAU has capitalized on these structures to increase its intervention for its member universities. The Zoom platform statistics alone indicated that a total of 931 all-type meetings were hosted between 1st July 2020 and 30th April 2021 and attended by 103,134 participants. In March 2019, the Professor Ehile administration established the AAU TV to promote African scholarly works from its member universities and to showcase other scholarly works of benefit to the higher education community and the world at large. The AAU TV operates within the social media space on YouTube and Facebook and a dedicated website. Under Professor Ehile's watch, the AAU's partnership with the African Union was prioritized and the association is currently anchoring the higher education component of the AAU's Continental Education Strategy for Africa. The AAU has rolled out a number of programs on CESA and has a dedicated program on the CESA and the Agenda 2063 on the television network. Also, the AAU won a competitive bid to serve as the regional facilitating unit of the World Bank's Africa Center of Excellence (ACE) for West and Central Africa. The first phase of the project ACE-1 was launched in 2014 with 22 centers of excellence in 9 West and Central African countries. After the success of the Phase 1, the World Bank and the French Development Agency are funding the second phase, the Africa Higher Education Centers of Excellence for Development Impact Project ACE Impact, a 5-year project that began in 2018. The ACE for Impact project involves 53 academic centers of excellence in the following countries: Benin, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Djibouti, the Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, and Togo. Still under Professor Ehile, the AAU has maintained strong ties with a number of its development partners and developed new ones, including but not limited to Carnegie Corporation of New York, MasterCard Foundation, the European Commission, the European Universities Association, the International Development Research Center (IDRC). The AAU has also built new alliances and currently runs the following programs with the following partners: the Science Granting Council's initiative, through which the AAU is collaborating with the African Academy of Sciences to implement the IDRC-funded project to strengthen the capability of Africa's granting councils in research management. The African Jobs Board project, which involves the AAU, Warwick Employment Group, and Education Sub-Saharan Africa (ESSA. The Harmonization of African Quality Assurance and Accreditation (HACA) project in collaboration with Obriel Global Observatory (Obriel Global), the German Academic Exchange Service (DAAD), and the European Association for Quality Assurance in Higher Education (ENQA). Professor Ehile also ensured that the AAU built a strong partnership with students through their various associations, particularly the All-African Students Union (ASU). Through partnerships with ASU and other students' networks, the AAU organized the African Research and Innovation Summit (ARIS) as a pre-conference event of the 50th Anniversary Conference in June 2017 to build stronger partnerships among academia, researchers, private sector, and policymakers through research. The first ever African Student Olympics (ASO) was also organized in March 2019, immediately after the inauguration of the AAU North African Regional Office. The ASO was sponsored principally by Al-Azhar University in collaboration with the AAU and the All-African Students Union. Teams, coaches, and spectators came from 17 African universities across the 5 regions. Professor Ehile expresses his appreciation to the over 400 members of the Association of African Universities and the potential new ones that have approached the Secretariat and are going through the admission processes. Special mention goes to members of the various AAU governing boards and their respective presidents, namely the 2012-2013 board under Professor Magoha, the 2013-2017 board under Professor Olushola Oyewole, the 2017-2021 board under Professor Orlando Antonio Guilambo, the numerous development partners and donors who have ensured that Professor Ehile had a successful tenure of office through various forms of support to the AAU need commendation. The list is inexhaustive but includes the World Bank, the Carnegie Corporation of New York, Swedish International Development Corporation Agency (SIDA), the Canada International Development Agency (SIDA), now renamed Global Affairs Canada, the European Commission, and the International Development Research Center (IDRC). To the entire Secretariat staff in Accra, the staff of the regional offices and the desk office in Nigeria, as well as the board and volunteers of the North American office of the AAU, Professor Ehile's achievements would not have been chalked without your unflinching support. You will forever remain dear to his heart. Thank you. Merci. Shukran. Muito obrigado.